Spark the light, ignite. Heat up the atmosphere in Kelvin, Celsius, and Fahrenheit. Dance and cast shadows as scorched leaves and wood flicker, and the crowd around the bonfire grows thicker and thicker. Share tales of yore passed down from generation to generation to warm up your thoughts and set alight imagination. When you breathe, feel the blaze of ash-laden air in your lungs. Feed the fire you feel inside. Your conflagration just begun. Stir the embers that singe the sky with every spin, strum, sachet, and stroke. For wherever you notice fire, at first is always signaled by smoke.
Hi, welcome to Xposure. I'm your host Rostam on RPTV, and I'm here with Greg Frankson. How are you today?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Awesome.
So we're just going to be asking you a few questions today.
Sure, let's do it.
All right. So, what do you do?
Well, my name again is Greg Frankson. My stage name is Ritalin, and I'm a spoken word artist. So I perform poetry.
Wow, that's very interesting. For those who don't know, what is spoken word?
Well, spoken word is a form of artistic expression where people write poems out, and usually perform them once they've been committed to memory. And they talk about all kinds of different topics. It can be fun, it can be hardcore, it can be political, it can be sad, it can be personal. There's a wide variety of topics that people talk about in their poems.
What do you normally do, like, out of all of them, like the hardcore or the comedy? Which one do you like to do more than all of them? My
poetry tends to be socially conscious stuff. So I talk about social matters that are going on in the world today. So violence against women, anti-racism, youth motivation, these different things that I like to talk about in my work.
Where did you grow up?
Well, I'm a kid out of Scarborough, so I grew up in the Orton Park neighborhood, which is where I lived. I was out in Scarborough until all the way through school, and then once I graduated, I moved away, and I lived away from Toronto for 18 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow.
So I'm back now. I've been back for the last 3.
That's great. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks. I like it. It's nice to be back in Toronto.
That's great. That's great. Where did you go to school?
I attended Pope John Paul II Catholic High School in Scarborough, and then after I graduated, I went to Queen's University. That's where I did my degrees, and I'm I'm qualified as a teacher. That's my academic background.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I was an educator.
Yeah. What kind of do you like work with like different people throughout your career?
Yes, I've been very lucky. I've been doing poetry for 11 years, and in that time, I've been all across Canada, through the United States, and overseas to Australia, to Europe, and to the Caribbean. And in that time, I've had the opportunity to work with young people, older people, people with disabilities, Aboriginal and Indigenous populations.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So all kinds of really interesting people who are coming at life from many different perspectives. And it's really been an opportunity for me not only to share what I know through my poems and through our discussion, but also to learn a lot about how other people are living and the experiences that they have, the challenges that they're facing, and the triumphs that they've had in their lives.
Do you ever find it challenging to work with other people, especially younger people?
Well, working with youth is always a challenge.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason why you do it, right? Is because you want to be challenged.
Yeah, you want to take on that challenge.
And you want to issue the challenge too. You want young people to sort of see different ways of being, to see different experiences and different perspectives, and then to draw their own conclusions from that, and hopefully learn and move on, with those tools as they go forward in their lives. So that's what I'm trying to do as an artist, is just challenge young people to use their voices, to figure out what their voices are, and express them based on the knowledge that I have that I can share.
All right. Do you like perform in other places? Your poems?
I'm lucky. Like I say, I get to perform all over the place.
That's great. Yeah.
So most recently, I was in Trinidad, but I do manage to get around and about quite a bit, especially within our country. I've been coast to coast in Canada.
So you're on TV a lot and things like that?
I've been on TV, definitely. I've also been on radio, and then and I've also had my thoughts and opinions shared in the newspapers as well.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Could you give us a poem, one of your favorite ones?
I could give you a poem for sure. I'll give you a really short one. One that just kind of talks a little bit about how I see myself as an artist in the world. And the poem is called Candle Wax.
Wow, sounds good.
All right, goes like this. Stick your candle in the wax and wane when life leaves you taxed with visceral pain. Light up the flame that patterns the airless facts with a wish for the gin when the wick reacts. All the chemicals above eat oxygen for lunch, then breathe heat red and yellow with incendiary punch. Then dribble wax down your sides. If your prize the rise of smoke signals before your eyes. Think of peaceful ways to force the pain of flame to wane. So stick your candle in the wax, chanting this refrain. Stick your candle in the wax, chanting this refrain. Light your wick with permanence to fight off the rain. Live your life with perseverance, torching all who gain from those living their lives taxed with visceral pain. This is my candle in the wax, and I'll say it again. This is my candle in the wax, stuck outside the main.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you so much. Well, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here. It's great to be here at our right here at RPTV.
Thank you for joining us on Xposure. I'm your host, Rostam. This is Greg Frankson. And this is RPTV. Come again.